Hello everybody, this is Cowbun Fun. I wanted to make a part 2 to my XP storage system with the smoker and cod. That was the first iteration of this thing we did. The second one we talked about kelp, and I think we actually probably still have, do we have any in here? Let's take a look. Yeah, we actually have some dried kelp in here and baked potatoes, which you can use. But I want to do a part 2 of this thing to kind of show a tutorial of how this thing can function with the old AFK farm that was nerfed, because these two things together are super good. Like, they're really good. Like, if you're going to binge your favorite anime, or you're off, you know, at your job or at school, like, just hit the AFK farm with a AFK, like, with your trusty fishing rod that has, like, you know, Unbreaking 3 on it, and you're gonna be good all day long collecting fish. I mean, the old AFK Fish Farm, you're not gonna get treasure, so you don't even have to worry about that. You're just going to deal with getting fish that you can throw in the smoker for XP. And that's as simple as this video really gets. So let's just build quickly the old AFK Fish Farm, just give you a little refresher on how that thing is built, and we'll get right into how this functions together. Alright guys, so this is actually pretty easy, and for those of you who have watched my channel, you probably already know how to make the AFK Fish Farm, but I'm going to teach you right now if you haven't, and it's a refresher for those of you here. Alright, so it's really simple to make. First, you're going to slap down your chest right in this first part here, in these 3 holes that we have dug out there. And then behind the chest, we're going to take a hopper, and we're going to shift right click and place that hopper leading into the back of the chest. That way, any item that goes into this hopper is going to flow right into our chest. And if you really want to get funky fresh, you can delete this block next to the chest, and we can make it a double chest, and it's going to store more fish. You know, that way you get tons of stacks. All right. So on top of this hopper here, we're going to take out our fence, and we're going to shift right click, and we're going to place that fence right on top of our hopper right there. So next, we're going to take our note block, get rid of that grass right there. We're going to put this note block right on top of this block here. That's right behind the hole. And on top of that note block, we're going to place a temporary block. And we're going to do that by shift right clicking on top of the note block. That will place our temporary block directly on top of it. And from there, we're going to bust out our trap door. It's right on the end there. And we're going to shift right. Well, we don't even have to shift right click. So we're going to take the trap door, and we're going to right click on the bottom of our temporary block. Then we can just simply get rid of the temporary block. All right. And now we are almost done. We're simply going to take our heavy weighted pressure plate, put that on top of the fence post by shift right clicking. And then we got to take out our water bucket. We're simply going to shift right click on the hopper. The water will flow down into that hole right there. And then we can get out our fishing rod. Now, I do encourage you to enchant your fishing rod so that it does not break, and you can just go do things throughout your day, and you don't have to, you know, be sitting here replacing your fishing rod. So if you have unbreaking of any kind, please go get that. And mending or whatever you can do. Mending plus unbreaking, ooh, that's the cream of the crop, let me tell you. All right, so once you have that, and I just have a normal one for demonstration purposes here. So what we're going to do here is we're going to look at the pressure plate that will cast the fishing rod, and then we can just simply hold right click, and then we can hit F3 plus T, and that will enter the debug mode, restart Minecraft, and it's gonna run itself. So we're just gonna be sitting here, and it's gonna just, you know, keep going until it gets a fish. I don't have an enchanted rod here, so it might be a bit here. So, you know, you maybe you got a second monitor, you got some anime going, I don't know. But you should definitely enchant your rod. Okay, so as you can tell, we caught the fish there. We can show it right there. We can see the raw cod in there. Now, you're going to leave this thing going and going and going and going with your enchanted rod until this thing is essentially just full of fish, all right? And then you're going to take your fish in your inventory. So I'm in creative, so I'm just going to grab a couple stacks of raw cod here. And by a couple, I mean I'm going to fill my action bar with raw cod. Yes, I know. All the cod in the world. Can you imagine when Call of Duty actually gets to COD 64? That kind of reminds me of N64. It's kind of crazy. All right, so then you're simply going to go up here and this is our smoker. This is our little XP, you know? This thing's going to make our XP for us, all the XP in the world. And we're going to put our raw cod inside of this large chest. Now the raw cod are going to flow through the hopper into our smoker. And you can see the smoker's going right now. And in this one, we have fuel. So we actually still have our dried kelp blocks that are fueling this whole thing. This thing is now producing, as you can tell, cooked cod. And it's going to keep producing and keep producing. Now, so many of you guys have asked questions in the comments about this XP storage system for kelp and for cod and for potatoes. And I will say right now, this method with the fish is one of the methods that's going to yield not as much XP as kelp, but if you leave your AFK fishing going, you know, for a long period of time, you'll have stacks and stacks and stacks and stacks of fish. But if you're not going to AFK fish, then like for a long period of time, I wouldn't even bother doing it this way. I would just get like a kelp generator or something like that, start a kelp farm and just cook some kelp in here or grow some potatoes or something like that. If you want to do it that way, it's totally up to you. Of course, if you do the AFK fishing way, you do get some other things in there. You won't be getting treasure, unfortunately, but you do get some cool things. Now, we're going to just let this thing go and go and go. And typically, we would have let stacks and stacks flow through there. But I'm actually going to cut it off because, well, we don't have all day to sit here and wait. And you guys always ask about this, how this thing works. Where do you get the XP from? It's raining. Wow, it's super, super spoopy. And what happens is when the whatever you have in there cooking runs out, all right? And this hopper essentially empties out. What's going to happen is we're going to put one in there to show you guys. So there's nothing in this chest or this hopper. What's going to happen is it's going to lock inside the smoker. So it's stopped inside the smoker. It hasn't flowed through here. As you can see, the cooked cod is just sitting inside the smoker. Some people are like, my stuff's stuck inside the smoker. What do I do? Is it broken? No, it's supposed to do that. It's supposed to lock up this hopper down here. So this all locks up this hopper down there. So hopefully that clarifies that for you. Because how you get XP from this thing is you grab what is inside of the smoker when it locks up. Right here in this one spot here. All of the stacks that flow through here, the XP saves inside of the smoker. And even though there's one item there, all of the XP will be stored there. And then what you're going to do is you're simply going to grab that one item. And as you can tell, it gives you XP. It's that simple, guys. So I really suggest this method of combining the AFK Fish Farm with the smoker because it's just going to yield you so much XP and it just works so well together. I hope this helped you guys. I hope it answered some of your questions because I know some of you guys had some questions previously about the XP storage smoker system. And that video has been doing pretty well because a lot of you guys want a simple way to make XP, and this is as simple as it gets. This has been Cowbun Fun, guys. Until the next video, I will see you later for some of the best and easiest Minecraft tutorials. This is the place you're going to want to be. So click that subscribe button if you aren't already. Drop a comment. Tell me what you want to see me build. If you have any more questions, of course, I would love to answer them. So leave your questions down below. Click like if you like this video and click dislike if you absolutely hated it. Who hates XP? Some people out there probably actually hate XP, believe it or not. But there you have it, AFK Fish Farm plus XP generator.